All right, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to die.
Oh, that's the spirit! Hello, Internet! This is Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9003. I am your host, Sneaky Devil, and we got Atin here
Who's
for
there?
tonight. Now go to bed, Biden.
No! You can't make me! I'm drugs!
I'd have to say, that is a pretty interesting response to a request for a drug test that they gave.
Oh God, what they say?
Oh, they said they would not participate in in such a political show, basically, you know.
Like, on one hand, I get it, right? Don't dignify the stupidity with a response. Not saying it is, right? The theoretical idea being, don't dignify the stupid stuff with a response, right?
Right.
But then the problem comes across as, why do you not want to take a drug test, Biden? And of course, it's the old thing of, those who have nothing to hide have nothing to be afraid of. It's like, okay, but fuck off, stay out of my house.
Okay, but at the same time though, you have nothing to be afraid of, nothing to hide. Um Kind of loses its potency when you're talking about a debate to lead the future of the strongest country in the world. And what they're asking for is a drug test to see if you're stable as a human being.
Right? The one that I don't understand is, hey, let's get an independent third party to vet that both people aren't wearing a wire. I was like, all right, I mean, I guess I get that one. I think it's ridiculous because I don't think anyone's done it.
Oh no, it was a thing that happened.
Really, when? I'm genuinely curious.
I think it was I think it was 2016 that Hillary was caught wearing a wire for some of her interviews and debates.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Holy shit, Sneaky. There's an ad on the channel.
I know. You should watch it.
I am.
So, because I don't know when did we learn that Miles Luna was leaving the Karubi? Was that Miles Luna leaving Karubi? Was that recently, or was that before last Friday?
I don't remember. I try to remember as little about Ruby as possible these days, other than the fact that there's a story that Max won't finish.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, since Max isn't here, there's not much point in reading a Ruby story. So, how do you guys feel like a Naruto High School DxD?
I feel like that's
Sounds great.
cancer.
Do it.
Do it? Alright, alright. I'm down for it, alright. Let us do, this one seems oh. What? Oh.
That's never a good sign from Sneaky.
That's, that's not what I meant to link, but I will leave it there.
Hey, did you ever link that, Fate story that you told me about last week?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Gray, I believe, pinged you for it.
In Fanfiction?
No, in
Oh.
fanfic.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, no, he didn't ping. He did link it. He did not ping it.
Okay. Yes, because I was a little bit drunk.
Drunk as a skunk?
Not that drunk, but a little bit tired. Anyway, let's pan this screen setting on over, and then we can let's get on our way. Yes, there we go. Alright, so this is Breakthrough, a Naruto High School DxD crossover. Now, before we start this, because this is garbage, right? Before we start this, I just want to try and find a post I made earlier on. Yeah, here we go. So you might think, wow, he's covering some real garbage.
We always do.
And to be fair, we are.
We are, but
Yeah.
you know, people like I've gotten into many arguments about the stuff we cover on this podcast, and you know, some of them are, well, not correct arguments. I would say they're fair arguments, such as, you know, there's no such thing as a bad fanfic, because a fanfic is at its core a fan expressing their interest in the fandom. Like I said, it's not correct, but it's fair enough.
I would say the statement in and of itself is not inaccurate.
Yeah, but it's morally and ethically wrong.
More or less. Or other such shit, right? But I do filter the fics we cover on here. And you'll thank me in a second.
I already did.
So here is a fic that we never would have read anyway.
By the way, hold on, Sneaky. I just want to take a second to point out some of the ridiculous things RPGs will do.
Hmm.
I'm playing an RPG and there's a quest to find a missing person. You help the town knights out so that they'll put up wanted posters. Do you want to know where one of the bastards put up a wanted poster?
In the bathroom?
On the top of a windmill.
Ah, yes.
I found the one. I'm like, really? I mean, I appreciate you putting up the wanted poster, but I feel like you're kind of being an asshole here.
Yeah.
Okay, what have I walked into?
Malicious compliance.
Yes.
So anyway,
Huh.
this is a fic that I would have never read anyway, but I'll read you the summary so you can understand just how generous I am in my filtering and the suffering I go through. Hey Ferb,
Oh,
I know who
you-
we're going to fuck today. A
Sneaky,
Phineas
I
and
just-
Ferb fic.
Oh.
No, that's not good. You just had a McDonald's ad.
I've been told this. I'm ad friendly.
I don't know who thought that. But
Yeah,
all
but he
right.
got it at Max. I saw the ad myself.
No,
I even watched it the whole way through.
I literally just said I got a
Requested
McDonald's
by
ad.
a follower on Archive of Our Own.
Oh, no.
Why am I
Oh,
not
no.
surprised? Phineas was walking home on a long day with Isabel. As he came home, he come across something you don't expect to see.
Why do I have to have push to talk on?
We have seen something. Wait. Phineas was walking on after a long day with Isabella. As he came home, he come across something you don't see every W. Have seen that something sinister pops into his head.
Okay, so like, is this person 5 years old? Or
I
like,
need you to stop talking. My soul is in pain.
And what plans does he have for his mother and sister? Warning, underage
what?
sex, rape, incest,
oh no.
and swearing.
Stop. No.
Wait.
Okay. This is not.
Yo, I could have
I
tolerated
not
all of the previous ones, but the swearing is what crosses the line.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rape, the underage sex. That's totally fine. It's the swearing that gets our Christian values in a tussy.
Exactly.
What? Okay. I'm not sure I want to know this. What is wearing?
No,
Swearing.
he means swearing.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Dumbass.
is this? Man, there are parts of the internet I am unfamiliar with, and I'm pleased about that.
Sorry, I don't
Fair?
speak with the Chicago accent.
You
Think
don't
you're
speak
funny.
with any.
You should see me if I'm in the South long enough. I'll start speaking with a Southern accent.
That's me, bruh.
See, I avoided that for the time I was visiting Max.
You were down here for a
My
week. It
voice-
takes at least 2 months.
My problem is that like when I speak to other Southerners, my voice just dips lower and starts to get this drawl in it, and it's really annoying. I hate it.
They say the worst is when you're talking to a Southerner and you start unconsciously doing the Southern accent, and they're like, "Are you
Mirroring?
making fun of my
Yes.
accent?" No, I swear to God, I'm not. I'm sorry.
But do you
Yeah,
carry hot sauce in your purse?
Why is you're so you always go back to that for some reason? Why do you think that's so weird?
Wait, the hot sauce in the purse?
Yes.
I'm
Because
sorry,
fucking
Are you trying to imply that it isn't strange to
and
carry hot sauce?
because Hillary
Not in the
Clinton
South, no.
no
I
because
carry
Hillary
hot sauce.
because during an interview someone was like, Hillary Clinton, how much do you love the South? And she's like, oh, I love the South. I got hot sauce in my purse.
It's not going to win her any voters.
And with that accent too, by the way.
Oh, fuck her. No one likes her anyways.
And it was just a moment of like literally everyone cringed simultaneously. But anyways, this is a Naruto DxD story called Breakthrough. Naruto Bale was born a low-class devil before the Great Devil War.
Okay.
Realizing
Devil.
how the devil system
Why do we-
subjugated devils,
This is so dumb.
Naruto will represent his origins as represent his origins. What the fuck is that
Wait,
supposed to
wait.
mean?
Is this Naruto the Emancipator?
I think Naruto's about to pull an Abe Lincoln. Yeah.
Naruto. He's fucking what's the guy in fuck? What's the guy who started that little rebellion? Fuck. I can't
Pinochet?
remember. No. In the South about slaves. Why would it be Pinochet? Why the fuck would it be Pinochet? There's nothing to do with commies here. Unless the devils are commies, but they're not.
What tangent are you on?
I have no fucking idea where he's trying to go with this. Anyway.
He's aiming for something. Just
And expose the corrupt system he lives in. Oh yeah, well, hold on.
So, is
wait.
he Vosh now? Is he like
Yeah, apparently. Hold on. And he'll do
Naruto
it.
is Vosh?
Wait. What the wait? And he'll do it without the high-class devils ever realizing it. Wait, is he gonna have a fucking anarchy? Is he gonna start screeching anarchy as he raises his rifle above his head?
So like if he went in with a fucking coup and then like killed all of them, I would be down for that. I'd be so fucking I would be like the balls on the fic to like kill almost all the high class devils. That'd be
Mass
pretty baller.
mass character crossover. So I mean, look, it's a completed story at 737k words. So it's basically 7 books long. Okay, I'm just really. So I'm already on the fence by the fact that it's a fusion story. I'm on the fence. Like fucking another red flag is the fact that it's happening pre the Great Devil War, and that so basically it's like far before canon ever comes around, which always makes me cringe a bit because that usually means the author is going to basically try and write their own original story, and we all know how good authors are at doing that. Y'all die?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just.
Okay,
What do you
yeah.
want us to say?
No, no,
Yes,
no.
these
I-
people are stupid.
It's bad. We
I'm
hate
just,
it.
I'm just used to, one of you making some sort of grunting sound in the background to let me know you're all alive.
I
No,
can't because
sorry,
no
just-
fucking push to
This
talk.
is stupid. We hate it. We want to.
No, I'm pretty sure you don't have push to talk anymore. I don't know.
It's making me do it. Okay.
Dude, I've looked at the fucking settings. There isn't anything here about push to talk.
Hello,
Wait,
hello.
did you accidentally set push to talk on your Discord?
No, dude, it wasn't me. I came in, and we fucking like it wouldn't let me speak. It literally wouldn't let me speak unless I turned on push to talk.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Like, I got news for you. Sneaky is not smart enough to figure out how to turn that on.
I'm not.
And no, he'd probably ask one of us to do it.
Anyway, so there's a lot of red flags going on here, is what I'm trying to say. But the devil class system subjugates lower class devils. I mean, look, I'm no expert on DxD. It's been fucking forever since I even read a little bit of it. I mean, yeah, read, not watched it. Fucking Christ, I would shoot myself. Not read the manga. I read the light novel, so it went into a little bit more detail. But it's been a long time since then. But I still don't remember anything about subjugating the lower classes. Everyone was more or less pretty chill with how the system was set up. Like even before the Civil War, the whole reason the Civil War happened wasn't because of the upper and lower class devils and that sort of shit. It was because one group wanted to go back into war just off of the back of another war that devastated their population, and the other group didn't want to go back to war because they had a devastated population. That's what the Civil War was over. So that it's not about freeing the lower class. And again, the lower classes aren't being subjugated. It's literally a power level thing where the devils crave power, so they follow people with more power than them until they can get more power.
If I work for the guy who can crush my skull like a walnut, I'll probably get stronger. And, he'll keep me safe from other people who could crush my skull.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Yeah.
Excuse me, boys.
We have to, and the whole high and low class devil thing, that's not a nobility aristocracy thing. That's literally power levels. That's literally, this person can shoot beams of death. This person can make the lights turn on and off.
This person can turn into a ball.
This person with their fucking presence alone could turn you inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like that. God. Oh, God. Also, he's gonna do it without any high-class devil realizing it. It's like, wait.
The only way I would enjoy this is if he literally cooed the fuck out of them and had them all murdered simultaneously.
But the biggest red flag, and why I'll never read this story no matter how good it might be, mass character crossover.
Oh, fuck that, yeah. I mean, it can be done well, but based on the summary alone, I doubt this author can do it.
I mean, it's completed.
What I mean by that, I mean, do it well.
Oh no.
What?
So the summary is a description of pre-Civil War.
Mhm.
Chapter 1 begins. Post-Devil Civil War.
Wait, what?
He literally time skips over
His
Naruto doing everything in the summary.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
listen, why, though? That's stupid. I mean, I've heard of that happening. Like, there's certain like Naruto fics that like the summary is like, yeah, something changed, and then it starts with him at like 12 or something. But that's still pretty stupid because like you set up a somewhat interesting idea in that like he's actually trying to fight back against his own people or the ruling structure, right? But then you don't capitalize on it. Like, what is the conflict going to be then in this? Is it going to be him versus the rest of the world, or just people dealing with the fallout of the devil high class being like essentially wiped out and or replaced? What is the hook?
Are there
Why-
supposed
Why
to
are we
have
gonna
been,
go
like,
for?
2 wars?
Why are we going for
Right,
another
so
700,000 words?
So there was a Great War, and the
Uh-huh.
Great War was when the angels, fallen angels, and the devils all fought. And in that
Okay.
war was the war where God died. Then,
Yeah.
after God died and he killed all 4 of the main Satans, the devils and the angels were like, wow, shit, we have just fucking lost, like, our biggest powerhouses. Maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. And so they basically sort of got into a North Korea, South Korea situation where technically the Great War never really ended. And it's just a continuously
It's just a
extended...
ceasefire.
Yeah, it's just a continuously extended ceasefire.
Yep.
And then the Devil's Civil War was when the devils that followed the old Satans wanted to go back into the Great War and start it up again because they're fucking retarded. Because they lost like 70% of their population to this war. And they're like, yeah, let's go back into it.
Sneaky.
Brain.
I just landed on the moon on the Minecraft server. There's oil here. I know why you Americans went here in the
Shit,
60s.
he found out. Quick, take him out.
That oil
You just hear-
belongs to the United States, boy.
We just hear fucking FBI open up, and they just start pounding on his door.
Goddamn.
Anyway, and then so the Devil's Civil War is between the old Satan followers and what was called the New Satans. And the New Satans were distinguished generals from the war who didn't want to go back to war because they're like, look, we lost 70% of our population already. We can't lose more people. We are literally on the brink of
cannot afford to
extinction.
fight this.
So of course they have a second war amongst themselves, killing
In
even
which
more people.
Yeah, more devils die.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Think of it like Russia and World War One, right? They had the big war. They kind of lost, right? They signed a separate peace,
Yeah, they
right?
lost.
And
They
then they have, whites and the reds break out and fight in a civil war.
Yep.
Anyway, the Bale Clan, the highest-ranking devil clan in the underworld, holds the title of Great King of the Underworld. Do they?
I'm gonna be back and get some alcohol.
The
Just like a
Bale
Naruto
Clan
fiction,
is a
more
prideful
titles for
group
someone.
of devils, believing that power was everything and how it should be used to rank others. I mean, no, that's not just the clan. That's literally
how this whole society
the
works.
that's
entire
literally
society.
the entire society. All right, so we got some.
We live in a society meme aside. It's
Yeah.
literally the society.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
Lord Bale, the leader of the Bale clan, controls his family with an iron fist, not allowing any of the side branches of the clan to prosper over the main branch.
Alright, boys, I'm about to bail.
that's not unusual.
That's super normal.
The headstrong man sowed his beliefs into his followers. Oh, you really could have worded that one better. And they were punished if they didn't agree with his method of rank.
Again,
Again,
not particularly unusual.
I mean, not
and
only that.
again, the society, again, memes aside, the
Yeah,
society
literally
is
the
built like
society.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in a small house in the Bale territory, holds a family.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Are we gonna get Minato and Kashina?
Inside one of the many rooms sleeps our hero, introducing Naruto Bale, a low-class, pure-blood devil son of Minato and Kushina Bale.
Fucking stupid. God, this is so stupid.
Also, low class. Again, I think the author thinks that low and high class are some sort of nobility thing.
Probably.
What I don't understand is like, even if, right, it was that, it wouldn't be that he was low class. He's still a member of the Bale clan,
Right,
which is higher than most people in society.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why is he saying that? Like, if he's a member of, he is a literal part of the nobility.
Yes.
Shitting on like the nobility for being bad. Which,
Yes.
fair enough, whatever. You can criticize the structure while being inside said structure, but it also seems weird for him to be like trying to draw this distinction of like people inside the family being. I mean, like, yes, there are power structures inside a family, I guess, but like, it seems really weird that he's trying to emphasize that they're like low class.
Yeah, it's really dumb, and I don't think the author even understands the canon he's writing for.
Also, if Minato was in DxD, he would fuck shit up.
Probably. But
Minato
again,
would nut on so many devils and other people.
and this is the other thing, right? So, moving between the ranks from like low to medium to high, it's literally you take a proficiency test. Like they literally have a classification system set up to be like, all right, can you break this boulder with your mind? Bzz. All right, you're a high class devil now. They literally have proficiency tests to rank yourself up.
Can you break this boulder by staring at it? Yes, you're in.
Didn't he say jump?
If you've done it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the ranks.
You can literally rank up by just taking a test.
Oh, you have to come back for another
No class are being suppressed. It's like, no, they're
I was
not.
gonna say, it's not like modern day America where the 1% continues to find ways to make money for the 1%.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Every devil's pretty much out for themselves because, again, they are
They're
devils.
super individualistic.
They are devils. They are not the
America
good
untapped
guys.
when it comes to
No, but they
individualism.
aren't inherently interested in oppressing the lower, right? Okay, you got
Well,
strong enough.
Unless it's a kinky thing for them, yes.
If
That's the
it
fallen.
Or no.
No, because like Bale in canon, Lord Bale in canon was characterized as a ruthless man who basically puppet mastered his family into positions of shadow power. And, you know, he's ruthless, but he loves his family, but he's ruthless to everyone outside his family, and he's ruthless in his methods. And that's how the devils would more or less distinguish themselves, is with the families would be looking out for themselves. Less each devil looking out for themselves, and more the families. But still, at the end of the day, it's just like, as far as I remember, and even from the choice scenes that I looked into in the future when the underworld was involved for another thing I was ranting about previously, I don't think we ever saw a scene where any of the high class devils abused their servants. I mean, like, the maids and butlers, not their actual servants, because there was quite a few villains who abused their devil servants in terms of peerage.
That's a
Right.
little different because they don't have to be devils for that to happen. Like,
Yeah.
they're just like, I mean, Rias's group is very diverse in that it's like a bunch of weirdos. Like, it's a cat person and a fucking.
It's a bunch of traumatized kids.
Yes.
It's a bunch of traumatized kids. But even her queen is
Wait, when did
not.
you start playing
a-
Fire Emblem?
Even
20
her
minutes ago?
queen isn't a what's it called? Isn't like a devil solely. Like she was
Pure devil.
whatever. Yeah.
Fallen angel devil, yeah.
He's ethnically
Fallen
impure,
angel, human, and devil.
unclean.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Arn.
Go away. Go back to your poster of Armin Zola, German boy.
Not even German. He's racist.
That's okay.
Anyway.
You're German at
You're
heart.
racist.
Yeah, so their alarm goes off and he pulls himself up and blah blah blah, intricate fucking detailed.
Wait, Sneaky. Does this bedroom have a double-decker bunk bed?
No.
It better.
Not
Intricate
good enough.
intricate detailed description on Naruto's face and hair. Blah 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 stuff blah 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 blah. Mildly okay dialogue, to be honest. It's just really generic shit. Hi mom, hi dad, hi son. Good morning mom, good morning dad, good morning son. I'm just fucking summarizing it, but it's like okay dialogue. Just the problem is the premise of the fucking story is garbage.
The dialogue's nothing to write home about, and the story
The
ain't well
Wawa
either. Why am I still here?
though. The Wawa classes. They must wise up.
Oh, okay, no, it's right here. Yeah. Naruto, Kushina, Minato, and Naruto were all low-class devils. While they were purebloods, they just ranked low in their power. Yeah. Okay, so he does know that low-class devils isn't like a hierarchy thing. It's literally a power classification thing.
But that's bad because I don't like it.
Also, Kushina, Minato being low-class devils. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Fucking alright.
This is a fusion fucking thick, and you don't have them be like fucking G's?
Yeah, apparently.
Like
It's
they
stupid.
are?
Yeah, like let's leave out the fact that she's like literally a Jinchuriki in canon, right? Let's just leave
No,
that to
she
the
would
wayside.
have been.
Anyway, so
I mean, still the residual chakra. We saw that with the two Kinkaku and Ginkaku,
yes,
who were dudes who
Kinkiku.
were in fucking the
the Silver and
Ninetales
Gold
belly.
brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. She
Okay,
would absorb
so
way more chakra from the fucking
so
beast having it in her over time. Go ahead.
Kushina is a maid for the main Bale family. Minato is a soldier of the underworld. Really, they accept low class soldiers. Really, the people that can
He's
barely
kinda
turn.
fodder.
Like, to give you an idea of low-class devils, right? Low-class devils were reincarnated devils, and people whose magical power is so weak, they either can't manifest it, or the amount they can manifest, I wasn't kidding about this, is literally enough to turn the lights on and off. That's what a low-class devil is classified as. That was Issei at the start. Literally, almost couldn't even manifest his power. And the only way he was able to do it was A, by focusing on breasts, and B, doubling it a bunch with his
Truly a
boosted
man of
gear.
culture.
Yep.
So it just so anyway, yeah. So the underworld just casually
power of titties
uses
compels
the underworld just casually uses soldiers that have no magical power. Sure, okay. Ready to be
Yeah, like
called
that.
in.
I think this guy has a different view of soldiers,
Mm,
as in
Yeah,
human, disposable people.
yeah, it's possible, considering he apparently thinks that a hierarchy where you classify people on how much power they have is unjust.
Yeah, that's some cringe ass communist bullshit.
But
We constructed
But
our
I like-
society based around how much ass you can kick.
but I don't like it. I want to watch Vosh.
Indeed. Think closer to African warlords, child soldiers. That's the image I'm getting here. Probably, to be honest. Before running out the door, he hugged his parent. Blah blah blah. Have a good day tomorrow. Citri. Oh boy. I wonder what could happen here. Introducing Sarah Fall Citri. Sarah Fall is a young female. Jesus fucking.
That's all you need to know.
Listen,
That's all you need to know.
based on the way this author's been writing, he can probably just go ahead and skip female. I don't think he's going to be introducing us to any young guys.
Probably. Also, I just want to point out that the author is writing Sarah Fall's description as if the narrator is on one of those dating shows where it's like, she's got blonde hair and, it's like
And a
fucking
winning
cheesy.
smile.
Yeah,
Let's give it
winning
up for Sarah
fucking
Fall
smile.
Citri.
Yeah,
She's
fucking
got blonde
exactly.
hair and a winning smile. Out comes the 250-pound land whale.
Indeed, yeah, fucking straight up. Anyway, so, really cringe dialogue actually this time around where he's like trying to imitate upper class people. Are you ready to go to the academy, my child? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. Yeah.
I would say the surest sign of low class is not knowing that most of the rich, the quote unquote upper crust people sound just like you and me. Only when they talk about
Unless-
vacation, they talk about the fact that they're, weekending in France.
Yeah.
Well, like you can do stuff like, in real life, we've had noble classes that didn't speak the same language as the commoners. Like that's something you could definitely do to show like a difference in, I guess, class or something.
Yeah.
Like, a bunch of Russian nobility a lot of times spoke French to each other because it was like seen as the, bougie thing to do or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty cringe. I think they deserve to die.
Right. Sneaky
Whatever.
Devil.
I get
Thank
it,
you,
but
Sneaky.
like, you're stupid, man.
Look, all I'm saying is that
Excuse me.
if you speak French, you get the wrench.
True.
The wrench can fix your French.
Indeed. Oh yeah, that website just went instantly fucking down.
Which one?
I had an alarm set up to try and help me get a 3080, and it just went off while you were giving that explanation, and I went to go check the website, and the website went down.
It no working. Too many people want it.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
basically.
I mean, listen, I'm not
Fucking
saying that
scalpers,
I'm going
man.
to use my company's business Newegg account to make sure that I can get myself a 3090, but
You're not.
Are you gonna be able to afford that?
I can
$1,500.
definitely afford a 3090.
Oh yeah, he can. He's got some nice business going.
But you can't afford to live somewhere other than fucking Chicago. Alright, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Chicago's expensive to live in.
my
fuck
fucking
do you mean?
my fucking
Yeah, you gotta
sister's
pay for all
moving
the
to
bullets
Chicago.
and Fucking healthcare.
Oh god, my fucking sister's actually officially moving to Chicago now, and it's just like, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, I mean, she's not gonna be your sister for very long then. It's gonna be
I
any
swear to
fucking
God,
million.
she's gonna end up on the fucking weekend roundup of X amount of people shot this weekend.
That's fair. I'd shoot your sister.
All right. So
Don't
apparently,
even know his sister.
low and
Sure,
high class devils all go to the same class, so it's same school. So they're not segregated based on class.
So where the oppression then?
Yeah, where's the suppression that we're supposed to be seeing? Oh yeah. This okay, guys. I'm gonna read to you a totally, definitely happened in class definitely happened in
no.
class event. Now that everyone is here, we can start class, said the devil teacher as she finished counting roll. Then one of the students raised their hand, getting everyone's attention. The teacher saw this and pointed to the student, giving them the floor. What is it we'll be learning today, teacher? Asked the student.
What?
Definitely happened. Yeah, that's definitely happened in school before.
Well, first off, why would he need to announce it? Like, I don't know what type of school you go to, but like, you can just ask. You don't need to like go through this whole thing.
Oh, Christ. Anyway, so,
This big
learning
fuck
difference
finish.
between... Oh, good. Today we'll be learning differences in classes of devils. Just in time for the audience to pay attention.
Are we going to?
No.
Are we?
Blah, blah, blah. Rules, lower class, high class devils, blah, blah, blah. Everyone here is a high class devil. Because of the family you come from.
What? This is...
Everyone here is a high-class devil because of the family you come from. Naruto is a low-class devil despite being part of the Bale family.
This is so stupid.
Okay, look, so... This is a... advice moment to anyone listening.
No one, in other words.
Your first chapter is not the chapter to be doing bait and switch information in. Your first chapter is the chapter where your audience looks to you, the author, to tell them how the world works, so then they can base every following chapter off of what they learned in the first one. Now, you can obviously caveat it with, like, this is how the farmer child learned how the world works. And then later on, you know, he finds out that the world's a lot more complicated than what he learned growing up, because he was just a farmer child.
Dumb fucking farmers.
That's fine.
Fucking dumbass.
But what you don't do in the first chapter is have one character go, even though I'm a noble devil, I am low class, and then have contradictory information be given not even like 9 paragraphs later, where a supposed source of authority goes, everyone from a noble family is high class.
I just realized something.
What's up?
Naruto's from a high-class family, right?
Yeah.
But he's gonna be this revolutionary equality guy.
Yeah.
He's Karl Marx.
Accurate. It's perfectly accurate to real life.
No, he's
Yeah, I know, right?
He's supposed to be from a low-class family in a high-class clan.
Yeah, that's kind of cringe.
As you do,
How does that
apparently.
Yeah, but the clan is still considered the family. As far
La
as
Familia.
DxD terms is concerned, you're doesn't matter how distant you are, you're still considered part of the family.
You're part of the family. La Familia.
Specifically, mostly due to how low the reproduction rate on devils is.
Yeah, they're super bad at fucking.
Oh no, they're great at fucking. They're really bad at having kids. It's the second part that comes from the fucking.
Shut down the abortion clinics.
Planned Parenthood strikes again.
No, yeah. Actually, fucking that place would be super not okay with abortion.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Just because, yeah, no. The birth rate is so low that it's like, no, you can't do that. The fuck are you talking about, G?
Listen, there are
blah,
people
blah,
who will
blah.
pay to take that kid from you, but you're not killing it.
What about middle and lower class devils? Well, you can be born into those classes, but you can also be promoted to up from there. Most middle-class devils are devils that have purpose in our society. They're excellent workers and have mid-tier to high ranks in the military. They are the closest devils, They are the closest devils, the garnering the statues as a high-class devil.
What?
I'm gonna need a third read through of that.
They are the closest devils, the garnering the statues as a high-class devils.
There are all kinds of grammatical issues with
Nothing
this
you've
sentence.
said is grammatically correct.
What the fuck?
I don't understand.
I'm not even sure what that sentence was supposed to be. And the low-class devils? The teacher smirked. Low-class devils aren't anything special. They are servants for higher-tier devils and will always remain at the bottom. They don't have any special abilities and are foot soldiers. Never take any disrespect from a low-class devil.
That's so fucking wrong.
Not how it works in the slightest.
I mean,
Like,
yes,
it's not
admittedly, they're not going to be very high ranked because, again, the stronger you are, the higher your rank is. Not because, oh, you're strong, so we're going to give you a higher rank. It's like, no, literally, because you are, say, you know, a general of the army, you're also going to be stupid fucking strong because you fought your way to being general of the army.
How do you get promoted? Well, you find the guy whose spot you want, and you punch him until he says uncle.
It's like, wait. No, they're not lower class because... Also, now admittedly, this is a canon thing where they did disrespect... Like, not disrespect, they looked down upon devils that didn't have a family power, a family inheritance power, basically. This was specifically illustrated with Cyrog, I believe his name is.
Yep.
Yeah, Cyborg man.
But it still wasn't unheard of for people without special powers to make it to middle and high. It's just they'll never really get beyond that. And considering the fact that most I'm talking like fucking years 1 through 100 is considered child for devil. Most child noble devils were considered high class at birth. They're so strong in magic. When most people who were low class and didn't have special powers had to work their way through their entire lifetime to make it to high.
Do you see that baby? That baby can literally kill you with its mind.
Basically.
Chad baby.
And so
Gamer baby.
most noble devils ended up being high to, you know, pushing the limit of high, basically, by the time they reached maturity. And that's canon. Like, this isn't me, like, pulling it out of my ass trying to make sense of the system. No, this is fucking canon. That's why Issei had... That's actually why Issei had to actually fight people that were continuously stronger and stronger. Because literally the people he fought at the beginning were literal children.
Yep.
I mean, you know, I will give kudos to that power scaling explanation on that one, I suppose. Credit where credit's due. But yeah, so and anyway, the absurd contradictory right here. You can be born into these classes, but you can also be promoted. But also, low-class devils will never be promoted. It's like, wait, wait, what? Also, earlier, the author had Naruto say low-class devils can be promoted. So unless you're trying to say like, oh, this teacher's fucking classist and he hates the lower classes,
Based.
Which he probably does.
which I mean he probably does, but again, still, this is you kind of want to make that clear.
Sir, this is DXD.
I mean, you know, I'm saying in terms of a narrative value for your story, for making information clear to your audience that are reading it, what information you can take as gospel effectively, and what information is being propagandized by the character.
I was talking about. I was just doing the Wendy's meme.
I'm aware you were. I'm trying to keep this on target.
I don't know why you would ever try to do that.
Because
this show.
fuck you, that's why. I should
Seems
probably
like a losing battle.
I mean, it sort of is, but you know, that's half the fun.
Fair enough.
I mean, you still show up, and I consider that a win.
Yeah, it's fucking fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, Seraphil's like, shouldn't we be nice to the people below us? And the teacher's like, well, you could be nice to them, but you really don't need to, because they can't threaten you. You will always be better than a lower class devil. Remember that. I mean, again, the teacher, like, as much as they're trying to, like, classify this as a classist sort of thing, like the rich looking down on the poor sort of thing, it doesn't really work when the class system is based on how much death you can deal.
How big your magic peen is.
Basically, it's like, hey, person who can shoot death beams out of their hand, just remember, you'll always be better than the person who can't even turn a light on with their magic.
This is like a fucking.
like,
this is like
Yeah,
the DC universe, where it's like, yeah, we're all equal except for Superman. He could kill us all. We're fucked.
yeah, it's like, you can't really pull this whole, like, rich versus poor allegory when the class system is set up on how much death you can deal, because it's like, literally, no, the lower classes can't rise up against the upper class in this instance, not because they're poor, but because a single
isn't the
upper
French Revolution where enough people can kill all of the upper class.
Yeah, like, literally, the higher tier devils are, and the angels and whatnot, the top 10, and this is canon, by the way, the top 10 are in the top 10 because they're all considered people that, if they really wanted to, could wipe out continents with their power. That is not the sort of person you can go, if we have enough numbers, we can overwhelm them.
Well, you say, and that doesn't even begin to start touching, like, the truly terrifying people who have, like, the truly terrifying special powers. Like, Sir Zex, what's your power?
I am destruction.
I am annihilation. Oh, okay.
Could you, be more specific? If I want to, everything dies.
Arn!
Hmm?
I finally got her. I finally got you now.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Fucking weebs.
I've been waiting so long for this ship.
oh, nice. Good job.
Weebs. Anyway,
off.
so then we go over to the academy that Naruto's going to, and everyone's an obnoxious little shit, and the teacher's screaming at them. And,
I mean, fair.
Yeah, it sounds normal depending on the what's the age range of these kids? Like 5, 6 years old?
I have no idea, considering that young for devils, again, is 1 through 100. And for the first 25 years of a devil's life, they age like a human, and then they just basically stop aging. Yeah.
So for all we know, this could just be a bunch of 50-year-olds yelling and screaming.
Yeah, what is effectively 50-year-olds yelling and screaming. But again, you have to keep in mind that this is actually something I'll give Mass Effect credit for, in where the Asari, who could live for several thousand years, their first like 300 years were basically considered their childhood, the teenage years. And it was just expected for like the first 300 years that you were gonna, be a whore and you were gonna go out and, maybe kill some people, do some drugs, and all that
Run a
stuff.
mercenary
mercenary
company.
empire.
Right,
Yeah.
because again, yes, while you are gonna live for 300 years, you're still gonna be in a childish mindset for those 300 years, as compared to a race that only lives for 80 years, having a childish mindset for only 5.
Yeah. You don't see that all that often in fiction, or at least I don't. So
No, you really don't.
I wasn't aware that they actually addressed that. Like, yeah, I'm like 300 years. I'm like 290, but as far as you're concerned, I'm basically 18.
Yeah.
No, I mean like Dungeons and Dragons does that with elves. Like
Yeah, but like,
No, but that's more of a flavor thing at that point, because Dungeons and Dragons doesn't have any actual media for
It's
it.
all
well,
the
no, I
player on
mean,
a
like
piece of
the
paper,
the
really.
the Dragonlance books. Tannis half elven. The girl that like the normal elf girl that he really liked, right? They grew apart because he was half elven and matured at the speed of a real person,
Yeah.
and she was, an elf. So he was 16 and like, sex and having, I'm 15 and this is deep, and she's like, ooh, butterflies.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, no, it is fairly rare in media, because again, you have to actually think about it, and most authors aren't that smart. Most authors actually also don't include, um, long-lived races too often in their stories.
True.
it depends, they can.
And when
But-
they do, they usually position those long-lived races as a sage guide to the hero rather than something to really focus on.
Sage guy, asshole. Oh, you name it, really.
Like, very rarely do you see too much depth going into it. Like, you only really find out about all that lore on the Asari by playing literally every fucking side mission and talking to literally every NPC that lets you. You don't ever find... If you just did the main quest, you would probably get maybe one reference to it from Liara once.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Liara does at some point go like, yeah, look, I know I'm only like 200, but trust me, I'm mature.
I mean, no, that's literally a moment that she has where she's written this whole document on like why I think the precursor species died out, and she's like, people really don't trust me because I'm only like 210 years old, and everyone thinks I should be out having sex and doing drugs right now, and it would basically be the equivalent of like a 14-year-old writing a ancient aliens thesis. Everyone would just
Yes
look
and
at
no.
it and be like,
Okay.
well,
Like Soph, I guess. If you remember Soph.
sort of like Soph, I suppose.
It's more like because like the Protheans are known to exist. Yes, she's doing like ideas that are a little bit more out there, but it's not unheard of for them to like they exist. Everybody knows they exist.
I'm
Right,
So,
I'm
but
trying to
her
give the
theory
best.
isn't that they exist,
I'm
her
trying to
theory is,
give the
here's
best
how they get.
equivalency. Okay, we can't
no,
really have
I'm just yeah. I mean, like it's
There-
more like
There's no
a
equivalency
kid-
I can give. There's no exact equivalency I can give. Okay, I'm giving the best effort right here.
Are you? Are you though?
Can you come up with something better?
Probably.
All right,
Just give
then
me some
do it.
time. All right, I'm gonna think about it.
Anyway, as I was saying, fucking Christ, damn it, Stannis, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking useless ass Mexican.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna just kick you and
Goddamn
be
Brazilian.
over. Oof.
I'm not that.
Oof.
Nope, it's official. You're Brazilian now.
That's disgusting.
Oof.
It's alright. You're Brazilian. Your
That-
opinion doesn't
yeah.
count.
Anyway,
You all are all
since I
cursed.
completely forget my point, Naruto makes paper claws and he starts clawing at the students, and the students all start playing along with him, acting like he is causing vicious rents in them. The teacher's like, next to go to detention. Ow, ow, I'm sorry. Maybe you all should get back to your seats before I do it to everyone in this room.
Do what?
Apparently he, like, pinched Naruto's shoulder.
Hmm.
Oh my god, how dare he?
So he calls roll call and he's like, Naruto bail, and Naruto's like, I'm not here.
But the bail.
Isn't he? Isn't he such a
No,
jokester?
bail.
He said, I'm
Is-
not here.
He said, I'm about to bail. I'm out, homies.
Which, okay, look, I actually have to give credit where credit is due. I did hear that joke at least once a week from someone in class whenever the teacher did do roll call.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
It is what it is, boys.
Sometimes it was me.
Oh, we know it was you, boy.
Usually I
We
would
know.
come up with something a little bit more sarcastic than that. Like, if I say if I'm not here, can I just leave?
That's better, at least. Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
That's called sneezing.
I'm not allowed to.
Not
The
after
teacher
court
went on
case.
till he finished roll call. Wow, so the teacher actually finished roll call? He sighed
That's
and then
impressive.
drank his coffee. Today's lesson isn't as fun as the others. No, we learn about devil rank today. Anyone know what the 3 ranks are? Low, middle, high? Correct. No. You got super, and you got, I think there's something beyond ultra or something like that.
Ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah. We're gonna learn through that. That's some fucking American tier public education system you got going on there, author. We're gonna learn the 3 ranks. There's actually 5.
I mean, hey, the 3 states of matter, right? Except there's 4.
Okay, but how often are you gonna run into plasma?
What, you don't
We
run
look
plasma
at it.
every day? Yeah.
I really hope you don't look at the sun.
I mean, it's great. He would look at the sun.
That's possible.
If there's one
There's a
person here,
reason
but
I don't go outside.
Anyway,
Because
so
you're
I
can't
correct.
help
Stop looking at
myself.
the sun?
I
Anyway,
can't help myself. I'm
Cor-
an idiot.
he's a moth. Correct. Most of us in this room are low-class devils, with some exceptions being middle class. This is the real-world situation that I hate about our society.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
well,
wait,
okay,
wait.
again, credit where credit is due. You have a teacher pushing commie propaganda.
Yeah.
not wrong.
Aced.
Anyway, so
Question.
because you are born as lower devils, you're already considered lesser than high-class devils. Correct. As long as you remain a lower middle-class devil, you will always never be a high-class devil.
That
No, sir.
that is indeed how reality works.
Mm.
Yeah. As
Um,
long as you cannot shoot death beams from your hands, you will never be considered a person who can shoot death beams from their hands.
Bullshit, dude.
It's like,
State the obvious, motherfucker.
yes?
Right? Also, let's be clear, this is not a case of like 40k orcs and goblins where occasionally a goblin can be the war boss by being the cleverest little shit. No, it doesn't matter how clever you are. You cannot shoot death beams from your hands. You do not qualify.
This is actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's also it's just like, yeah, sometimes you just get the shit stick, man. Sometimes you are zero magic power boy, and that's just life. And no amount of workout will ever make that 0 become a 1. And you're kind of just fucked.
Sometimes your name is Sneaky Devil and you just have lungs that hate you.
No. See, my lungs used to work perfectly fine. My lung damage is actually sourced from the mold from when my parents put me in the basement because they wanted to give my sister my room.
You were looking for me, Atin. Mine only worked at 20%.
That sounds like a personal problem.
It is.
It was. Now it only works at 70.
Oh, what happened to,
You gained 50%.
yeah.
Yes.
What'd you
I
do?
lived.
Like, kill a man and take his lungs?
Oh my.
I
It's a
lived.
fucking showering gun.
I lived, bitch.
Well, I mean,
Um,
listen. That's the beautiful
wait,
thing about human anatomy.
Wait, okay,
It's a
wait, hold
legitimate
on.
question.
Fuck off with that. Get ready for this.
Oh, God.
But why does it have to be that way, teacher? Asked an unnamed
my
male
God.
student. Why can't we all be equal?
Shut the fuck up, communist.
You can't be equal because some of you can shoot death beams from your hands, and some of you can't even turn a light on.
Well, you see, Jimmy, Francine over there can kill you by snapping. And, you managed to boil a potato after 6 hours of staring at it.
Yeah, effectively, yes. What? Who judges what rank you are? Power, the teacher said. Those who are strong remain at the top, and the rest of us are fucked. And we go to this school, and he started smoking. He literally just takes a pack of cigarettes out. Wait, he slowly took out a pack of cigarettes and placed it in his mouth. He is literally smoking.
Is this what people mean by 3 packs a day?
He is literally smoking the whole pack simultaneously.
That's a power move.
I'm sorry, I just imagine like a Bugs Bunny-esque like...
Where's that fucking picture? Because you guys won't get the TF2 reference. There we go.
Oh yes, that. Gentleman.
This is the teacher right now.
Literally just fucking eats the whole fucking pack.
Just puts the whole pack into his mouth simultaneously. Just drags the lighter across the mall back and forth. Oh.
Wow, I have a hell of a delay on this stream.
I am.
Suppressive hasn't been this bad in a while. Let's fix
God. Oh, fucking Christ. Alright, I'm gonna scroll up. Does anyone want to guess what the name of the teacher is?
that. Oh, I already know, so I can't guess.
Oh, wait, let me guess.
Is it Iruka?
Kakashi.
Is it Iruka?
No, keep guessing.
No, it's clearly, Azuma?
Fucking yeah,
Asuma?
it's Asuma.
Fuck.
Yep.
I was like, he's the only chain smoker that I know of.
He's the
Yeah,
only
that's right.
guy who would literally just smoke an entire pack of cigarettes simultaneously
In a classroom.
in a classroom. Yeah. Also, Asuma, lower class devil, literally one of the strongest ninjas in the entire world. Low class
Liter-
devil.
Yeah. Also,
Gave-
doesn't he have one of the
Gabe's-
rarest element changes as well? It
Um,
wasn't wind
he's the-
actually. It wasn't wind
He's
actually
wind and
exceptionally.
fire. Yeah, he
Yeah,
uses
wind
both
like
wind
was
and fire.
actually kind of rare, like up
Yeah.
there with lightning in
Yeah,
terms
there's-
of how many people have it.
Asuma was very unique in that he had both wind and fire as
Yeah.
his
And since
specializations.
they work together so well, it's like he could like literally fuck shit up. Also, he was rare in that like he was a master of elemental manipulation, like literally the whole like trench knives things. That's
Yeah.
super fucking hard to do. Like
Yeah.
most ninja can't channel their wind chakra through a blade like that. Like we see
Yeah.
no, I don't think we ever see a Sunanin do that, and they're all the wind specialists.
No, literally no one else in the entire series does that.
Yeah.
Naruto, I think
Nar-
learns to do it, but he doesn't really use it a lot, other than for
he
what's
uses
called.
it as a learning tool, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to point out, I always get a laugh out of the fact that Asuma literally uses his cigarettes and the ashes from them for some of his jutsu.
Oh, I know, it's
Yes.
great.
Yo,
It's
that's one of my
great.
favorite ones. He turns everything around him into fucking napalm, basically.
It's smoking
amazing guy.
ash cloud or something like that. He exhales literal gunpowder, and he uses. This is the cool part. He uses 2 pieces of flint attached to his teeth in his mouth to strike the match.
Yep.
It's like fucking wow. What a lad.
He also gave the fucking what are the two guys' names? The zombie duo. He
Yeah.
gave them stuff like
Hidan and
Oh yeah, he almost
Hidan
fucked
and
him up.
Kakuzu, I
Kuzu.
think.
yeah,
yeah.
he gave them fucking fits. Like it wasn't like a soft fight. He's pretty.
Yeah.
It wasn't
no,
no like a easy fight to begin with.
a reminder that he was an S-rank bounty in the Underworld's version of the Bingo book.
Yeah, he had like the 3rd
Like-
highest bounty in the underworld.
Yeah, he was one of the like top 5 most dangerous just in that world period as far as the Underworld was concerned. Of like, we want this dude.
We
Don't care
want
how
him
you get
dead.
We just want him.
We want him fucking dead as hell. Yeah, no, it's pretty intense, and yeah,
Not many
low
people can
low
say
rank.
it took. Not many people can say it took 2 immortals to take me down, and even then they almost lost.
Yeah, I know, right?
One of
Didn't-
them technically did lose.
No, literally the only reason why Asuma lost in the end, as far as I remember, was because he didn't know that Kakuzu had multiple hearts. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that was it. Yeah,
He
because
took out a heart, and then it was like, I win.
Yeah, and
Not knowing, like, yeah.
yeah,
he fucking dismantled Hidan and then took out Kakuzu's heart, and then he's like, "Oh, I killed them," and then Kakuzu was like, "Bitch, please, I got 4 more," and I murdered
And
him.
then
Which, like,
reattached.
It's something that nobody knows. Also, like, let's be honest here. Kakuzu is one of the most, like, this dude has been alive since the first Hokage, and even when he didn't, even fighting the first Hokage, he didn't die.
Yeah, not
Like,
only
yeah,
that, he didn't have Earth Grudge when he fought the first Hokage. He 1v1
Yeah.
the first Hokage before he became immortal.
And
And
he
managed to
also-
live.
And managed to live. Yeah, that's the big part. Like, anybody can fight anybody, but, like, fucking dying is not.
Well, obviously.
not-
Dying is
Yeah.
easy.
Dying is
Living is
dying-
hard.
Yeah, exactly, basically.
So, I mean, yeah, so Kakuzu wasn't a guy that fucked around either. It's just, literally didn't know about the extra hearts thing. Fucking the one-up got him. But, yeah, no, low-class devil. Yeah, low class devil. Ignore all that. Low class devil. Oh, Christ.
I didn't destroying any fucking continents, so I guess.
Anyway, my name's Asuma. No last name. I don't have a last name. I don't come from a family. Some of you know this. Anyway, so this is another cringe thing right here. Sarutobi was actually like a really important name, and they were really respected for being mountain sages of the monkeys.
Return to monkey.
Like, literally though, the Sarutobis were again another clan no one really fucked with. Because they were just like, oh, they're actually really fucking strong. Like, they're not like
Yeah.
Uchiha number strong, and they're not like special powers.
Yeah,
What's their
but
called? What are they called? Tsunade's clan.
Hashirama?
Senju's.
No,
Senju, yeah. They didn't have the
Yeah.
special powers like the Senjus, and they didn't have the numbers and adaptability of the Uchiha, but they were still a clan that everyone was like, oh yeah, you don't fuck with the Sarutobis.
Yeah, no, like literally didn't they were tight with the Senju too, because if I remember correctly,
They were sages.
no, because isn't Hiruzen named after like a Senju?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's like I think it was what's his name's dad. Hashirama and
Tobirama.
Tobirama's dad is actually named Hiruzen, and that's why they named him Hiruzen as
Hiruzen?
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
That's how tight they
Uh,
were.
I have.
I believe
I
it.
don't think I've never heard anything about that, but that certainly sounds like something that could happen.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago that I was looking into this, but I'll look it up and see if it's real.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, again, it's one of those things that you hear and you're like, well, that makes sense. The Sarutobis and Senju were pretty close, actually, so.
Yeah. Now I know that one of the things that set him apart is that he's one of the few people to have received like. He was one of Tobirama's Genin squad, and he also received hands-on training with Hashirama as well. Like he's one of the few people who
Was trained by both.
both of the first Hokages were like, you know what, this kid's got skills. Let's work on this.
I mean, he
Yes,
was also
basically.
like, what, the second or third person to ever be named God of Shinobi?
Second, Tobirama wasn't officially named God of Shinobi, which he should have been. Dude invented the flying Rajin.
He also invented pretty
Yeah.
much any water technique that didn't require you to spew water out beforehand.
He invented that fucking Genjutsu, Instant Darkness. He invented the fucking Reaper. No, not the Reaper Death Seal. He's the one who invented,
Shadow Clone.
Oh, and the one that brings people back to life, Edo Tensei.
Yeah,
he
he also
invented that
invented
one
Shadow
too.
Clone.
It's fucking
Yeah.
like literally hundreds of jutsu attributed to this man. It's like he's not the god of Shinobi. What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You see,
It's
he's
the-
what we consider a poser for the title.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the Senju clan is positioned as in this power structure now.
It's yeah, this is weird.
Because the 72 pillars is kind of set in stone. Also, Naruto, Bale family, goes to the orphan school.
Right? Why?
Like, even when, Cyorg, am I pronouncing his name right? Cyorg?
Cyrori.
Whatever. So even when Cyorg was proven to not have the powers, because again, you do actually have to wait some time
Whose
to get the
fucking
powers.
Motorola is going off?
Probably Max.
Fuck off.
Yeah, called it.
I had a Motorola. They were nice. It was a nice phone.
My first phone was a Motorola.
I'm talking. I had a Motorola. The last phone before this phone was a Motorola. It was like a Z2 Play or something like that. It was a decent phone.
Mine was a flip phone. No, literally
Hey.
the only reason why I have a touch phone, right, is because for the longest time I was using this Motorola flip phone. And
God, you're such a boomer, dude.
and my mother one day, buys me a touch phone.
Mhm.
And she's like, I know you're always reading, And I know you never answer your phone, so here's a phone that you can read on so you fucking answer your phone. That was literally her justification for it.
That
The
might be
shade.
that might be one of the smartest things I've heard about your mother so far, of all the stories you've shared.
I mean, she raised me, so she does know me. You know, she wasn't wrong.
It did work. It served its intended purpose.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah, Naruto, part of the noble family Bale, one of the 72 pillars, goes to the orphan school for low-class devils every day. For some reason. Anyway, so alright, so Sayorig, even when he didn't have powers, yeah, he was expelled from the clan. And that's why he ended up becoming strong, because he trained super fucking hard. But again, that kind of just gives more proof to the whole fact that if you're born part of these clans, the original 72, you're kind of like, even if you didn't get the special powers from your family, you're still fucking strong as shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he had to put a lot of effort into it, but because he put a lot of effort into training, he ended up being the strongest of his generation without any special powers. So it's like, you can't say he was born a low-class devil because he didn't get the powers. No, he straight up still was a high-class devil. He just didn't get the powers. So it's just, oh my god, I fucking hate this author. How do you ruin DxD canon? It is literally like the fucking stereotypical, cheapest, simplest shit in existence. And yet he's
Very
fucking it up. And, you know, normally I could be like, angry at it, but in the end, hand wave it away of like, oh, this is his AU. But no, he's literally contradicting himself. Every single time he tries to progress this narrative about the power structure, he contradicts everything he said beforehand. Every single time he adds to it. Every single time so far in this chapter, he has tried to add to this narrative about the power structures. He's contradicted every single other character before the newest introduction of lore. So it's just like, no, he clearly knows the canon power structure. He's just trying to jam his own understanding of it in there as well, I guess, or something. I don't fucking know.
His weird shitty.
He's the communist.
His communist understanding of power. There are some of you that come from clans, Kensai. Oh yeah. Wait. So other clans send their people here? Kensai hails from the Bilal clan. He's 72 pillar family. Special ability called Worthlessness. Worthlessness allows you to stop any magical attack. Do you know there's a high chance you won't achieve this ability because of your blood? What do you mean? If you attend this school, that means your family is low-class devils. That also means they aren't very strong and don't hold any positions. Okay, again, no, your strength determines your position, not the other way around. Like, that also means they aren't very strong and they don't hold any real position in the military or politically. It's like, yes, they aren't very strong, so they literally can't hold a real position in the military or politically.
Oh, politically, you can argue, but
No, but no.
militarily, definitely not.
Okay, but say we're, you know, My Hero Academiaing this shit, right? So we're all humans, except we all got superpowers. You know, literally everyone's on a sliding scale from, like, the Flash to Superman, effectively. And then this guy comes along, and he is about roughly as strong as the Penguin. And he says that everyone should vote for me. I know how to lead us in this time of war. Do you think anyone's gonna vote for him?
I don't know, man. Maybe, yeah. But I think you can definitely, like, comparatively, you can definitely argue that politically is a lot different than militarily.
I mean,
In that militarily, there's no reason. There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
reason you
but
could
It-
have
there-
that.
you are
in this
correct.
society, they're basically the same.
Yeah, that's true as well.
It's very, well, Prussian almost, in the sense that military power is essential for political power.
Well, yeah, I was just say when your entire power structure is decided on who can murder who, like it doesn't matter how great of a leader you are and how charismatic your speech is when someone can just swat you like a bug.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes that's what makes Surzek such a capable character in the position that he serves, is because he's the general because of how powerful he is, and he's a political leader because of he's the general and how powerful he is. And because he's a political leader, he chose to go the charismatic route and be the, I believe he's the internal politics. And
Mhm.
Serafal is external. Juka is R&D. I have no idea what Asmodeus does.
Isn't he sloth?
Yes, but
Yeah,
I,
he
I,
doesn't often give a fuck.
but they're each
But, like,
supposed to handle
what does
one.
his department do?
Yeah,
Like, what is he actually in charge of?
Yeah,
Department of sleeping on the job, I guess.
apparently I don't remember, so I guess so. But anyway, yeah, you're never gonna have a general in this. I mean, problem is that the author is trying to apply human thought to this sort of
Mhm.
society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess you could have a advisors, maybe. Like, if you want to say that someone's academically like well learned, right, has nothing to do with their devil power. I guess those people could be advisors to like
Yeah,
military
they would be
individuals.
like undersecretaries and whatnot. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's like, and I do think politically, like, there's maybe room for people, but like, I
But-
can't see the
but
military one. Like, that one's the
it's
one that makes you go,
effectively
"The fuck are you talking about?"
right. It's effectively shadow power, though. So it's the different. It's the
yes.
political difference between, like, say, being able to go out and say, I believe in this thing and we should start doing Y. And people be like, oh, we're gonna challenge you, and you're like, all right, and you fucking bitch slap them into the next week, and everyone's like, all right, you make a fair point, you're pretty strong, and we can't actually stop you from forcing us to do this, so we're just gonna do it. And then a weak person, just an intelligent person saying, I believe we should do Y, and they just fucking bitch slap them. So instead, the intelligent person goes to the guy who is actually strong and says, hey, Y is clearly a superior move to do, and here's the reasons why. And the person who's actually strong goes, okay, yeah, I agree with this. This is good reasons. And then goes, I believe we should do Y, and then everyone goes, oh, yes, well, we can't actually fight you, so we're going to do what you say. And the issue here is that the author is trying to apply human logic here, and humans,
Trying to play communist logic.
despite the drastic differences in strength humans can have, it's like comparing the differences in strength of a 2014 Subaru Crosstrek to a 2015 Subaru Crosstrek to a 2010 Subaru Crosstrek. They're all still the same brand and same model and same make. One's going to be a little bit more advanced and a little bit faster, but still roughly all
Maybe a
going to
little bit more
fall.
efficient.
Yeah, they're
they're
all
all
still
gonna fall,
roughly
though,
going
in
to fall in the
general
same
line.
area, right? And then that's human society. That little snippet, that's human society. But devil society is like, yeah, that guy, he rolls in the $300 beat up lemon. That guy, he uses a Subaru Crosstrek, and that guy over there drives the Lamborghini with turbocharge.
And that guy over there has a literal Formula F1 car to drive down the street.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh yeah, and that guy over there, he has a tank that goes as fast as the Formula One car.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a difference in power there. Like,
See, and then to top it off, and you see that guy way off up there in the distance?
he just has a nuke.
He just had, yeah.
He just has a nuclear bomb.
I just see a dude
He'd
with a
blow
briefcase. Yeah, those are
everyone
nuclear
up.
bombs.
But you know that's the sort of difference though when it's humans versus devils. And humans is like, yeah, we can have guns in now and stuff. It's like, okay, well you give a devil a gun, and just because they're weaker than the devils ahead of them, so they pull out the gun and then they shoot the devil that's stronger than them. And the devil that's stronger than them looks down at the bullet, having impacted upon their abs and fallen off. And then
Their
punches the
thick
lower
abs.
class, and then punches the lower class devil in the face, and the lower class devil dies. It's like guns aren't an equalizing force for devils. That's where
Yeah.
the equality in our system comes from. It's no longer strength of arms and how many men you can raise to your banner, because everyone now has a gun and anyone can die to a gun.
Mhm.
That's not how it works with devils. There's no instant kill spell every devil can learn. So the strong just are stronger.
Like even in Harry Potter, right? A magical system, there is an instant kill spell.
Yeah.
Like
Anyone
Yeah.
can learn Avada Kedavra. Not all of them will, but
Well, I
anyone
mean,
can.
depends. Not everyone can cast it. They need enough hate, if I remember correctly.
Honestly, the loud noise from the gun might hurt the high class devil more than the bullet. It's a distinct possibility.
point.
I mean, Arn, you might be right. Not everyone can cast it, but like the majority of people could probably do it.
But no, even then,
yeah.
even then in Harry Potter, you still had shit like Cannon Blast, where if someone gets hit by Cannon Blast, they still go fucking flying and break their neck and shit.
Yeah, or just like literal explosion spells.
Oh yeah, also explode. Yeah, also literal explode. But you know, that's what I'm saying though. It's like even in a humans with magic scenario, everyone's still pretty much considered equal because everyone roughly has the same amount of power still. Like, but like Seraphol, literally can create a miniature ice age. Issei couldn't create a floating light in his hands. It's a little bit skewed.
You know, just a tiny bit.
Tiny smidge. Anyway, so, your parents don't have your clan's ability. Yeah, my parents don't have the clan's ability, which probably means you won't get the ability either. Because your parents don't have the ability. That's not how genetics work.
Nope.
But sneaky, it is according to stupid people.
Ah, yes, of course. It's hard for low-class devils to achieve their clan's ability because it isn't known in our families. No, low-class devils usually don't manifest their clan's ability in this hypothetical scenario because they literally don't have the magic power to support it. Like, it's entirely possible, say you have someone from the Bale clan, who does manifest their clan's ability, except they're a low-class devil and they barely have any magic power. So their power of destruction basically just ozones the air, and that's the best they can do with it.
Yeah.
And not
They
even
make
like...
it smell like shit wherever they go.
Right, exactly. Like, it's not even like a good ozoning of the air. It's like the half covered in dirt air filter ozone of the air, where it's got that faint whiff to it of electricity and dirt, and you're just like, oh, this is terrible. Like, that's what it would be like if they did manifest the ability as a low-class devil. More than likely, they just won't manifest the ability as a low-class devil. It's sort of like, if humans had a gland that made them spit poison, except some people, their glands were atrophied and they were too small to produce the poison, so they didn't spit poison.
Or, right, if they did, it's like, oh, that poison can, possibly kill a mosquito.
Exactly, right. Like, it's just like, and some people will just have really overactive glands, and their poison fucking just eats through everything. It's like,
Acid instead of poison, maybe.
whatever, fuck you.
No.
It poisons reality itself. I don't know. I don't fucking care. I'm
Ah.
not trying to make too much sense here. I'm just so irritated by the fact that this author just keeps contradicting themselves. Most of you are orphans, some of your parents are maiden butlers, blah blah. High-class bastards sit in their mansions safe and sound.
No, let's be clear.
Okay.
They sit safe and sound in their mansions because they can kill anyone.
The quote-unquote high-class bastards don't go to war because their parents have strength politically and militarily, and so they don't send their kids to war. But also, because of how few children are made with the devils, it's actually kind of important for them to keep the bloodline of the 72 pillars strong. Because the 72 pillars is where they derive a lot of their strength from. And if you go and pull a Saving Private Ryan and just send out the last of the bloodline, and the bloodline dies off, suddenly you have lost a valuable war asset.
That's what happened
Or,
for
in my
several of them.
case, you lose control of your entire civilization's ruling system of government because an old man won't die and and his queen won't die.
Oh, King Dag, your thirst could not be quenched.
His thirst also apparently made her undying too.
Your insatiable lusts ruined the French forever. Look, just look at it as it was a favor from the Swedes to you. It was a favor. We were just accelerating the French Revolution.
I mean, except I had perfect public order because everybody was like, the taxes. No one's telling me to pay taxes. This is great.
Libertarian paradise. Also, everything's paved in gold and rice.
Hell yeah.
Guys, we need to import food. Guys, we've imported so much food, we can't get rid of it. You know what? Plate the extra food in gold and make a road out of it.
That face when you're supposed to migrate south for the winter because fertility keeps going down, but you just own so many territories that you have enough food and gold to keep going. Oh god, that was such a dumbass game.
I mean, you gotta admit, it was spectacular.
It was spectacular. Hey, their lives are put first, our lives are put last. Again, valuable war asset, disposable round. And yes, the author is trying to do a devil version of Fortunate Son. Except, it'd be like if every senator's son could shoot nukes out of their eyes.
Would it be? I ain't no fortunate son.
Wah, this is discrimination. Okay, but look,
Based.
when you grow up, will your children be able to shoot death beams? No. Then I guess you're going to the front line.
It's time to die in the trench. For queen and country.
Anyway, so Naruto hurts himself for the first time in existence. And Minato hears, so this is back at Naruto's house. I basically just fast forwarded through Seraphol being really powerful and shit. So anyway, Minato is checking on Naruto, who just screamed ow, and he's like, Naruto, you okay? And then Naruto was scared by his dad asking if he was okay, and shot a needle of blood at him.
God damn.
And everyone was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's kind of cringe.
His hand was surrounded in red aura. That, my son, is your way out of here. You have the Bale bloodline. A bloodline neither of us have. You have the power of destruction, Naruto. Right. Okay. Fucking Christ.
Cringe.
This is cringe as hell. It's just... Again, we've discussed this. If Naruto doesn't have any power, any magical power, manifesting the concept of annihilation, it's going to be a little bit difficult for him.
I mean, he'll figure it out. Probably.
Like, honestly, I could buy this story more if Naruto was a middle-class devil to start with.
Couldn't buy the story at all. I don't want to pay for this shit.
Very funny, yes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Being a high-class devil had many perks, like extravagant dinners. No.
Bruh.
Again, he's
Okay.
conflating being strong with being rich. Yes, you will become rich because you're strong, but you're... Being high class isn't... You can take a proficiency test to rank up to high class. Upon ranking up to high class, you aren't suddenly inundated with wealth and fame and fortune. You probably already have all of that if you pass the test to become high class, because that means you're strong enough to be high class.
Hypocrisy? No. Couldn't be.
Honestly, the whole devil system is like an extreme form of meritocracy.
I mean, it's sort of like noble meritocracy because there is the 72 pillars that are, closed off aristocracy, but
Yeah,
other than
but at the
that,
same
yeah.
time, again, but the thing though from that though is it's like all of the children of the 72 pillars are already irregularly stronger than other devils.
I mean, yeah, sure. But instead, like, you're not gonna get the title of, you're not gonna, be allowed into that big club purely because of your merit.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, but that's like a separate thing though. There's like the nobles and then there's the high class. The author is
Yeah, I mean,
conflating
sure.
high class with the nobles.
Yeah, fair enough.
And in literally any other scenario, that would be fine. But high class in this canon doesn't refer to wealth or aristocracy. It refers to your power level.
Yo, that's Sneaky. You wanna hear something? Galaxy brain.
Okay, go ahead.
A new breed of female drag queens accused of cultural appropriation.
I'm sorry, a new breed of what?
Female drag queen. Not even kidding.
Cute. It's the just.
In news.
Yeah. All right.
Culturally appropriating what?
Male drag queens.
I.
Not even kidding on that
well,
one, by
okay,
the way.
we're not. We'll get into that after I close out. Just
Sure.
I feel like I'm gonna need to rant on that one. But yeah, okay. So anyway, blah blah blah. The author's fucking wrong. Blah blah blah. Stupid ass shit. Blah blah blah. Naruto has power of destruction. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. What's going on? I don't know how the elders will take this. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. If anyone hears how a low-class member unlocked the power of destruction, they'll have him killed. Because they only want high-class devils to prosper.
The fuck? No.
But if you have the power of destruction in full force, where you can make a literal shovel for it and plow fields with it, as Naruto just said he could,
I
you
mean, like, even then.
you would literally, you wouldn't be a low-class devil. Like, that's...
Right, here's the thing, like, I could understand them killing, like, the kid's parents and being like, they don't exist, you are one of us now. In this
Maybe, yeah.
author's theoretical world.
Yeah, I could maybe buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
even then, it's like the people with the genetic bloodlines are so important comparatively.
Yeah.
Things like, oh, he was a lower class devil, that wouldn't fucking matter because, oh, hey, we have another fucking power of destruction wielders.
Right, exactly, yeah.
He's gonna be super powered. Cool.
Now,
Like,
don't
once-
get me wrong. They'll definitely
Yeah,
like
yeah.
try and manipulate him, and they might treat him
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit worse than you know,
Sure.
if he was born in the main family or something. But they again, like as Arn said, it would be, oh shit, that's another person guaranteed to have had the power of destruction, which means we can try and breed him with more people to try and get more power of destruction.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's eugenics, kids.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not making this shit up. That's literally canon shit. That was literally the canon arc. Like the first arc. Well, the second arc. Yeah, the Phoenix arc.
Yeah.
Literally, the whole reason why the arranged marriage happened was because they were trying to combine Phoenix regeneration with the power of destruction. They were trying eugenics. Literally, eugenics is canon in this universe.
I would say, and let's be clear, that's entirely some civilizations' objections to eugenics.
Anyway, hiding his bloodline is impossible. Blah blah. We don't know anything about the power of destruction. Blah blah. Naruto, come here, please. We have explaining to do. And so then, years later,
Skip all that. That sounds boring as
we're
fuck.
just gonna skip the whole part where Naruto somehow hides the fact that he has the power of destruction from, you know, being a child and having a shit ton of, you know, class clown friends in an orphan school. Yeah, we're just gonna skip all that, and we're just
Also,
gonna
he
assume he
doesn't have
totally
enough
does it.
control to stop himself from accidentally almost murdering his father.
Oh yeah, that too. He almost accidentally murdered his father, and we're just going to
But he
ignore
totally suddenly has enough control to keep it a secret from
that. Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. So, anyway, so
Including the
Civil
patriarch
War.
of his family, who we know is a scheming bastard, who would use the fact that another member of his family has this power, like, off the bat.
Honestly, so this is the other main problem here is the person he chose to have Naruto be in the family of. So Lord Bale, if he found out that Naruto had the power of destruction, if anything, would basically pretty much bribe Naruto's parents and elevate him as much as he could socially to again bribe Naruto and basically make them all feel indebted to Lord Bale for saving them from the lower class so he
And
could
that's how you
manipulate them.
establish branch families that are never going to step out of line.
Exactly. Like literally, that's shit we did. It's like this isn't a wild idea. It's like, no, this is shit we did, and it's the sort of shit that a genius tactician like Lord Bale would do.
Because it's not really genius, it's just
It's
Common
cracked.
sense.
Literal common sense. All right, I got a new guy who can shoot nukes out of his eyes. Well, I could on one hand try and kill him, or I could use my effectively infinite wealth and bribe him with a small portion of it, making him feel forever indebted to me and just super loyal. What one do I do? Well,
let's go with the murder.
because the author's a fucking retard, I guess I'll go with the murder.
Sounds like a great idea.
I'm all for this committing murder thing.
Oh boy, here we go.
Murder is based. You're the theory first, folks.
So anyway, Naruto is wearing a black pants and orange jumpsuit because he ain't Naruto.
Call back.
Yeah, he ain't Naruto if he isn't wearing black and orange.
What do you say, crib?
Guys, don't you get it? He's just like the Naruto you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
This made Naruto frown a little. Naruto was smarter than he let people think he was. Naruto was
Oh
very
my
smart.
God.
He was borderline genius, really. Throughout the
Oh,
years,
God.
Naruto
Jerking himself
noticed.
off furiously. I'm so fucking smart.
Throughout the years, Naruto had noticed that Kushina loved his father far more than she loved him. And Naruto didn't
What?
know if that was a good or bad thing.
You're a child. It would be a bad thing to you. Fuck. I fucking hate this. This is so stupid.
Blah 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 blah. Never forget where you're from. Blah blah blah. And so then Naruto went off to war. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I just fucking hate all of this. Naruto saves Seraphol, and Seraphol learns
And they
his
make
secret.
hard eyes.
Yeah, they
and
make hard eyes at each
fuck.
other. God, this is so fucking cringe.
How could one man be so cringe?
Very easily.
He's
Yeah.
too powerful.
Wait, what the fuck is this shit? So, Naruto, apparently this is the end of the chapter. Naruto gets ambushed by Asuma Sensei and other devils under the orders of Lord Bale for betraying the clan by being in a relationship with Seraphol.
Bullshit! Who is that? Why wouldn't that be useful to him?
It would.
It would suit, like, everything I know about the politics of this fucking world tells me that he would jump on that. He would be like, yes, you are going to marry her now.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that gets us in with this powerful family. That
Oh,
I would
also-
like to
Also, straight
Not
up.
only am I going to support your endeavors, kid,
What?
I made sure your teachers are going to make sure you guys are partnered up on every assignment.
What?
Yeah.
But not
are
it's
working
no, it's
together.
like straight up some Godfather shit, right? Like, you know, he pulls Naruto into the study and he's like, you like Seraphol? What if I told you I could ensure you marry her.
But you gotta do what I say, okay?
Exactly,
'Cause I'ma
right?
take care of you.
Right.
You know, other people don't want to see y'all together, but I love it. It
Right.
makes me cry, right?
It's fucking exactly, like, literally. Like, how do I ensure the eternal loyalty of this up-and-coming, extremely strong devil?
Now listen, your teacher, that Asuma fucker, he came to me. He was like, hey, this is happening. It can't happen. I told him, fuck you. I'm going to make sure it stays the way
You
it's
know who
supposed
I
to.
am?
Do you know?
Right.
It's
But
so
yeah.
stupid. But like you could write I could
Oh
write
my
this better in
God.
my fucking sleep.
Oh.
Dictating it to my 16-year-old brother, I could write this better.
I
Fuck
know.
this thing.
I know. So anyway, the devils surround him, and they all start waving their hands and chanting, and glowing hands.
Shark bait. Shark bait.
Glowing hands rise out of the pentagram they had carved into the ground and begin grabbing him. And they began
Spooky.
pulling Naruto into a treasure box, and they shout the word seal, and Naruto shouts, I'll be back, as he forms a Bijudama in his mouth. And he shoots the red ball of destruction at the devils and blows them away. And so they eventually successfully seal Naruto into the treasure box. And
Why would I don't think this person understands anything about
No.
the politics of this world.
I would say
Why
it's
would he
almost like
be
they don't
upset?
understand any of the characterizations, and Max just
Yeah.
had a wonderful experience with that.
oh,
I just like,
Wonderful
how
experience.
could you
What?
misread this situation so
Max,
bad?
I was being facetious. Wonderful experiences with authors mischaracterizing things.
Fuck off.
oh, wait, what, Max? What did you?
So author decides to write a young adult series of what if Sherlock Holmes and Mycroft Holmes had a younger sister.
Oh,
I have never
That sounds
seen
bad.
such shitty characterization for Sherlock and Mycroft.
oh,
She has Mycroft essentially being this basically a villain of like, you're going to be a proper young lady, I'm sending you to school and all this shit. And it's like, that is far too high energy for Mycroft. He's a lazy bastard.
He literally chases her all over England to make her do
Yeah.
what he wants. It's like,
Yeah, Sneaky, are you familiar with Mycroft at all?
But females in that
like,
time period were
remotely.
oppressed.
Okay, so the basic thing is that Mycroft is Sherlock Holmes, but he's smarter and lazier.
Yeah,
The reason
yeah,
he's not successful is because he cannot be asked to go and get the evidence. You can give him every single detail, he can tell you the answer right then and there.
right.
Like, to the point where Sherlock is like, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, no, like I said,
I have to go and find the evidence. I don't know how he does this without it at all.
I remember the general gist of him. It's just,
Yeah, and so
been over
and the
12
other
years.
thing is that the Holmes brothers are borderline sociopathic. They don't give a fuck about social etiquette and all this stuff. And it's like,
Right.
oh, you're not a proper young lady. It's like, they wouldn't give a fuck. If anything,
No,
they're like,
they-
well, you are Holmes, so I guess that makes sense. They're far
They'd
more
be
likely
like
to just be
slapping
like,
her
huh?
on the back and shit. Like, yeah, you're one of us, you know?
Like, it's
A
just,
fucking outcast. Now let's use that in a capitalistic mentality to peddle you to other people.
Carpalistic?
I said capitalistic.
Carpalistic. Got it. We're gonna get some fish. We're gonna beat him to death.
Sure, whatever you say.
As long as you're not suspiciously carrying fish in London after the time.
I
of, like,
honestly hate the
9 p.m.
characterization of Lord Bale so much.
Oh god, it's
Like,
fucking
pisses
awful.
me
Yeah,
off.
I actually hate it so fucking much.
yeah,
Because it's like
Oh.
he's not an idiot.
Yeah.
He would not do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I get
no,
the
it's-
idea of maybe
Yeah.
Naruto trying to hide it from him, but he'd be like, "Well, what are you trying to hide from me? You know, this is a good thing. We should be celebrating. You know, like it."
Yeah, I just
fucking hate
I just don't fucking get it. I can understand maybe prejudice from the other elders. I get
Yeah,
that.
sure.
But like again, power of destruction, very rare emergence.
Oh, I expect the Sea Tree family to be like, get this fucking low class piece of shit away from our
Oh yeah,
community. Like,
definitely from the Citri family. Like, definitely some discrimination there from them.
And maybe if she isn't she was at one point set up to marry someone, so, like whoever.
As
her
far as I
family is or
remember,
whatever.
yeah, she was set up to marry someone, but her ascension to Satan basically like told
Put the
everyone to
kibosh
fuck
on
off. Yeah.
But yeah, like
Her
I-
ascension to the highest authority in the land overruled that.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So
Yeah.
anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here. It's 9 o'clock. And that was a fucking story I regret reading.
honestly, we
Basically,
should have
only
stopped
Yeah,
like an
let's-
hour ago on that one.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we. One of
We
us should have
milked
just
that one
popped the
fucking
veto.
dry.
We should have just popped the veto.
Yeah.
Shame.
Shame.
Anyway, we'll see you all
Funny.
on Friday,
Shame.
7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Shame.
Eastern Standard Time. Because there's
need a
always
bell.
more, and it always gets worse.